I would say that's an apt assessment. I know Riker is not particularly fond of this matchup as Geiger. But I don't know if he's since reevaluated his opinion on it. Ooh, cross-up T-bots. Ouch.
That happened. I mean, Geiger's kill shot is a kind of a combo. He hits you with a 2.4 thing, and maybe you die. So I think I might be the only Geiger player ever who likes this matchup.
Possibly.
My thought is, I feel like Geiger's early game is pretty strong in this matchup compared to Graves. I feel like J trades are fine. You have 90 health, so you can afford to block J for a while and also be fine. I'm also a fan of storing multiple 4s when you knock Grave down, so that he has to either lose a bunch of hand size, countering all your TDs, or you just get to TD. Maybe you just TD to get a Jack back early, which is fine. And then, like, both of you have, like, a bunch of super relevant things at different speed numbers. Grave has 2.2 as King, which beats Time Spiral, but then, like, Geiger gets the very relevant 2.0 Time Spiral Hurricane. But then his reversal's slightly worse than Graves at 0.2, but then Cycloid trades favorably with Dragonheart. So, like, there's a bunch of attack speed stuff going on. The main super advantage I think Grave has, besides combo into True Power Storms, which loses to Flash Gear and to Cycloid if he plays it raw, but beats everything else. But then, like, his throw speeds are, like, actually the thing in this matchup, I think, that would give him an edge at X.6 compared to X.8.
Do we know how the princesses feel about this matchup?
I think they have it a slight Grave favor. Although, I'm starting to come around to the idea that if Geiger loses a matchup, it's not worse than 45-55. This includes the, I think recently discovered to be bad I wouldn't say discovered, but, like, more publicized the Geiger versus Zane matchup.
I don't really think that's a bad matchup anyway, honestly.
They have it as a 6-4 in Zane's advantage. They have this one marked... Oh, they have this one as a 5-5. Okay, mine's 5-5.
I think 6-4 is kind of pushing it on that, honestly.
I think people are scared of the dodge throw mix from Zane a bit too much. Because Zane does have a lot of dodges.
Not only that, but, like...
Anarchy's a thing.
That too, but there are realistically times where Zane will get knocked down, and he might not have the answer to Temporal Distortion. And you... Like, because he needs to have 2-3 King or Aces. And a lot of the time, 3 doesn't even help.
I would say, I'm very willing to play Time Spiral Hurricane in that case, specifically so you need Crash Bomb or Aces.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I don't think that matchup is as bad as people think it is. You just have to do scary things, like press buttons so Zane doesn't throw you.
That's how you beat Zane in a lot of matchups, like Arg. If you remember back in when Zane was extra OP and I played Arg against you, and that's how I played, was how Hydro does. Press every button you can.
Yeah.
So, back to this matchup, though.
Hello!
Yo. Razia gets the extra notation of he is the tournament organizer for this event.
Yes, sir. I'm glad people are liking the format, honestly. Like, I was worried there would be some resistance to it initially, but for the most part, a lot of people took to it.
Oh, there's the throw speed coming into effect. So, I think that the amount of 7s used for Martial Mastery should ideally be 0. Sometimes it's 1 if you have True Power of Storms in hand and they're knocked down.
Ooh, that...
I don't understand the 10 throw there. I guess Grave was at 5 cards.
Well, yeah, Nemesis-Kanden has blocked a few times, specifically when he hits that 5-card mark. So I think that's probably his comfort number on when he wants more.
That should also tell us that Geiger does not have a Jack in hand, because that's a pretty standard cross-up defense.
Yeah. But Nemesis-Kanden is doing really well. Like, when they get to slightly uncomfortable hand sizes, Nemesis-Kanden has been doing really well in navigating the counter build, so to speak.
he's also just drawing into a bunch of really good things, and Cap isn't taking the opportunity. For my favorite punish for a low hand size is to block, especially with Geiger.
Well, you say he's drawing into a lot of really good things, but it's really only the 7, the queen, and the ace. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we've seen that's crazy.
Oh, ooh. Second queen?
That's, this is looking bad.
Cap is just... Yeah, I guess he got thrown out of a couple too many blocks and he got scared too.
I was gonna say, he was blocking, they just didn't work.
We're still in, like, mega scramble happy fun time.
Yeah, like, Cap's not gonna be able to win this unless he manages to find some blocks and actually build his hand. He's got 80 life to go through.
I mean, this is a good time to 4, though. 3 faces in the discard, 5-card hand from Grave. That's probably going through, or Grave's hand's gonna suck.
So if I'm Grave, I let this go up, and I just fucking challenge it by throwing.
Yeah, because he didn't get a face card to return even, he's just in TD.
Yeah, so he's got 6 cards. The worst he can't do anything scary to you. Okay, now we've got something scary. That's the Riker special.
I actually like the J quite a bit. Safe against block, trades a time spiral.
Yeah. I can hear Riker in my head right now just yelling, I need more power!
Time enough for this. More kings! Oh, yo, is that the 3rd king? That is the 3rd king.
Sometimes Senor Flash Gear puts on his sombrero.
Oh, yeah. So knocked down. Unless, even if Geiger has the nuts, though, he can't kill Grave from 70 with 8 cards in hand. If he hits with, like, J, Ace, 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 J, that is 60. He has 2 cards left in his hand to, like, make the rest of that happen. Ace, 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 Ace. Assuming perfect draw there.
Or he's just gonna get hit by Wake Up Single Ace.
I mean, that's a real thing. Queen, okay. So I would face down as Nemcan here at the very least to get rid of the throw damage if I have the Joker. Suplex, yo. He's gonna go for it. He needs to get the damage down.
Yo!
There's the double ace. If he has the 4th king, do we have the 4th king? 60.
Oh my god!
4 kings. Never mind Nemcan's draws. How about the 4 kings in the first 18 cards?
Suddenly Geiger has life speed.
What happened? Unless he has another gold burst?
Yeah, I think.
And 2 of his dodges are gone. One's attached and one was used as a throw. Geiger does not have very many dodges, just 2s, 3s, and 4s, and 4s are TD more often than not. Oh! Almost went saucy. Although, my question, if Graves at 7 and you're willing to 7 attack, why aren't you 7 throwing unless you really expect him to wake up 7 throw?
As I say, I think that might be the option he hedged on beating there. And, like, that could have easily have been a lethal cross-up that was burst-proof. So...
Well, the 7 throw is also burst-proof, though, because that kills him as well.
Yeah, but the 7th throw doesn't beat his 7th throw.
Right, I'm saying, okay, yeah, that's literally the only thing. Okay. And he can afford to block 1 more ace or face card before he's in trouble. So realistically, I imagine Nemcan has at least 1 throw. Is it a 7? Although if it's an 8... Oh. 8 is really safe, too.
Oh. Okay, so you just fucking block at this as Nemcan. Or dodge, I guess. Because...
If he has a Joker, he could consider playing single ace in case Cap gets a little scared to throw.
Oh.
Probably the Joker. If he still had the 4-up, he could play that and just win the game, but he doesn't.
So, Cap's remaining hand is
2 hearts.
2 and his top deck.
King was safe. I felt like King made sense if he had the Joker, or single ace, since I didn't know he had King. Actually, yeah, as I said, Graves' 8 throw is like extra safe right now, unless Cap top deck something crazy.
Yeah. I do that occasionally. Like, but when I was watching Riker play his one of his sets a little while ago, like, he kept saying, like, I died as I lived on the last combat, even before the reveal.
So I guess my only problem with the 7 attack that was hedged to beat 7 throw is that Cap had sort of played so nutty for a lot of that game that I think Graves' response is correctly just block, right? Because you don't want to try 7 throw, get hit by, like, random thing. So I don't know, that's my thought. You know he does them with our time spiral, so blocking's mostly okay. I feel like once you establish that you're going to just keep mashing things in someone's face, you can just throw with your fastest throw and be fine. Well, the second pivot, the first one was Nemesis-Kanden was up by a bunch and then took 63 to the chin. Oh no.
So, just worth noting, as I didn't mention it early when we started, the winner of this is losers round 6. So the loser gets the 7th, I believe, tied for 7th. With the winner going on to play Wampas the Gray in round 7.
Okay. Goes for the wake-up throw again, this time catches it. I'm just surprised that he's not going to J for his anti-knockdown move, because it's just so good against Grave. Trades with the J on knockdown, beats mix-up normal, beats block.
That's a good one.
I just think of Wake Up J as like a wake up throw, but less risky. Oh, naturally beats Graves' own throws as well, whereas your throw might lose on speeds. Well, if he had the J, he also, well, and he hadn't just top decked it, he would have played it on that last combat and killed him, so. So Geiger with a pretty good hand size now. I don't think he's gotten to this hand size in this matchup yet.
Yeah, Nemesis-Kanden had been being crazy aggressive during the build stage, so this is a welcome change in terms of what he's been allowed to do.
Mm-hmm. One thing I've noticed playing Geiger is that even when I'm at 11 cards, I'm still one of the most throwable characters in the game until I show you I'm not, because I always want to block to get more cards. Dodge here is interesting. May try to dodge a queen?
Does he have Cycloid?
I mean, if he had Cycloid... Yeah, dodge slow throw, because if he has Cycloid and he expects a thing to dodge, he could just play Cycloid. Or Time Spiral Hurricane, as the case might be. We'll have to see.
What was that supposed to be? I guess...
J or King.
Yeah.
Or the 2 poke to try a trade with mix-up normal.
Just seems a little weird to me, given how he had been using his kings previously.
The many things that J loses to, for the most part, King loses to as well, except for single ace.
Yeah.
And giving Grave a KTO is not fun. KTO is a 5 of clubs, so the option select can be either Time Spiral, but Nemesis-Kanden can also play Shoryuken or King here. block or time spiral, both are good.
So Grave gets 2 cards because knowing the opponent is an interesting.
Yeah, well, this is still, I prefer this knowing the opponent to Grave just gets a queen.
That's true. That was a very dumb ability.
It's a much more fair ability now. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of thought to it. Okay, so he's going to go past handicap here. So he's powering for aces, I'd imagine, or he has a bunch of aces and he's trying to get rid of garbage. I don't like powering 8s, ever. I don't like powering all 4 8s, ever.
But now he has aces.
Sure, but now his draw selection's going to be really bad unless his hand is so good that doesn't matter.
I was going to say, he might be looking for the one-hit KO here.
He didn't. Also, because Grave hasn't played many face cards, if he only has 1-4, playing it here seems a little suspect. So maybe trying to draw into multiple 4s to try to force Grave onto an uncomfortable hand size. I mean, sure, but like if you're at 13 and you have to play 2 counters, you're losing 2 face cards and 2 10s, and now your hand size is 9, which isn't great because you also lowered your attack speeds a bit. Or other Graves. Whereas in the grapplers, having a 2.2 versus a 2.4 generally isn't a huge deal. I think the only exception might be Dragon J from Midori loses to King. And then Jay's obviously super good against Midori until he gets queens in dragon form. Okay, gets the queen and the dodge successfully. So do you face down here as Cap? Do you think he has true power with an ace in the discard? And then Nemesis-Kanden can power for the ace in the discard he wants. He probably still goes for mix-up normal or T-pose here. If he has T-pose. Cycloid with a Joker is the safe way out. Why is he... I guess, okay, if you have known Cycloid throw is a real thing, but I think you're in the situation where you know if Nemesis-Kanden wants to really beat that, and he can, but then if he wants to trade Queen with Cycloid, his life total is fine for doing that. He'd be at 52 and you'd be at 38. He's still happy. And he had a known Queen because he got the KTO. Now I think the Cycloid's correct, though. I don't think I follow up here. I know it's probably a fake, but in case it's not, you don't want to get blown up by that. But you see, now you're at the same life total situation you would have been had you played Cycloid last turn, but now you're minus a 7. Again, no time spirals in the discard besides the aces, and no 8s, so he can't really leverage the 8s in his discard. Bit of a weird situation to be in. Okay. GG's. Do you just take knockdown here, I'd imagine, right? I like King too much for beating T-Pose to play it as a combo card in this matchup. For sure. So, gets countered probably by a king, if I had to guess. Oh, a J, okay. Yep, there's the second 4. So now you're forcing Grave to go down 4 cards. He lost 2 face cards, so now his combat options are a bit less scary. You'd rather be in TD if you could help it, but forcing Grave out of a bunch of cards is fine too. At the same time, you also know that if he's playing TD now, he has a lot of time spirals. He's been holding them. So you kind of have to counter it so you don't have to deal with that mix-up. And yeah, there's the uppercut. I was actually just going to say, if he's countering double, the queen becomes so good if you have it sitting around. And uppercut's so safe there. Like, what's Geiger realistically going to do? They're blocked, maybe. That's fine for you. And then he has no aces in hand, so he's like super non-threatening. Okay, there's Cycloid. Takes life lead again, has a small hand size advantage, but unless he has a power-up, has no more ace threat. If he has jacks in hand and he's not expecting to go into TD again, he might power them here, though. I'd be a fan. Nemesis-Kanden is not, apparently. I think Razic is coming back. His computer, I think, probably melted. In Nova Scotia, especially. Yeah, his internet blew up, apparently. Welcome back.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, they my family tripped the circuit breaker that the router is attached to.
Oops.
Yeah.
So what you missed was Cycloid hitting a throw twice, and also 2 counters for 4s in the same turn, which knocked Grave's hand size down from like 11 to 7.
Almost like exactly what you said.
Yes. And now Cap has Cycloid back in hand. Looking at Graves' discard, he is starting to run a bit low on fastest throws. He has 2 7s left and 1 8. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 6 left. Just play Cycloid, why not? Which should be obvious at this point. Well, also given that 19 cards of Geiger's deck are left, we haven't seen one yet. He has a Joker. Cycloid is extra safe here. 2 aces in the discard from Nemesis-Kanden means absolutely 0 threat of T-posts. Great. Grave doesn't have... He could do King. That's it. That's the only one. Because he has 2 kings in the bin. I think Cap recognizes that Grave is maybe... Nemesis-Kanden's a bit low on throws, so blocking is super fine here as well. And obviously he's... What's nice is he's drawing out dodges, so Grave now has 4 left. And at some point you can just... Once Grave has no dodges, you just mash the Cycloid button until it falls off. No Jokers played from either side yet, actually. Every combat's been more or less burst-proof, though. Yep, there's the J's. There's the J's. And also, he recognized those J's weren't winning combat against anything Nemesis-Kanden was going to be playing. And if they win combat, like, what do you get, right? 8 damage, maybe 10.
Throw 6J does more than that, doesn't
Throw
it?
6J is 21. Interesting choice on the dodge instead of the queen. So I would knock Grave down here. because that's obviously a Joker. But now he at the very least has to take 3 from Cycloid unless he gold bursts. If you have the power up for Cycloid in hand, you probably just play Cycloid and then get Cycloid again. Like, I'm a fan of the Cycloid 100% range from Cap right now.
Yeah, agree.
Grave has 4 dodges left, so even if he stands back up, there's a chance he doesn't have one in hand.
Alternatively, TSH is not horrible here, I would say.
Oh yeah, because 3 aces are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually does make a lot of sense here.
I would be willing to TSH as Cap.
And then if he has the second Joker, you knock him down, and then if you have the aces again, you can play Cycloid, and that's checkmate. There's the gold burst.
Yeah.
So that's... and also 0 queens, possibly, but I guess he was trying to beat Cycloid specifically. But I guess if you want to beat Cycloid, he can block, so maybe he was looking to beat TSH specifically with that, and have no queens. Right, I'm saying if he wants to beat Cycloid, he'd be blocking. If he wants to beat TSH, he could queen. Yes. I think Cycloid is still correct here. Probably. Oh yeah, sometimes your 2 Jokers are the last 2 cards. That can happen. Not very likely. Yep. Grave now has 3 dodges left. Takes knockdown. Very reasonable. Now, does he have the means to get Cycloid again? Although Flash Gear is actually fine here too, if you don't think Queen is a possible part of his mix-up. Yep. Yep, Flash Gear beats T-Pose in mix-up normal. Yep, Flash Gear gets dodged. Do we see Joker too? And the annoying thing about him losing so many dodges is also informing what mix-up normals he has left.
How many dodges are left? Just
2.
1, 2, and 1, 3. Yeah.
And those are also potentially mix-up normals.
So you just Cycloid here, right?
I mean, possibly. We don't know. He might just keep dodging, which would be perfectly fine. So Grave actually has an exactly even distribution of odds and evens left. 3 odds and 3 evens. 2 5s, 2 6s, 1 2, 1 3. So your block is actually a total coin flip if you elect to block. I don't like throwing in this situation. I just keep playing Cycloid. Hey!
Yeah, throwing was crazy talk. Oh, well, yeah. Right, and that's the thing. When I play Geiger, I'll tell you my throw percentage there is maybe 1%, maybe. And that 1% is the I had a perfect 100% chance read you're going to dodge because otherwise I'm willing to kill myself. I mean, he loses to Cycloid, I'd imagine, because he can just play T-Pose or single ace against TSH to be scared of that. He just ran out of dodges. There's the early time spiral, which either he hasn't had or he just hasn't been willing to represent. I would say the former is probably more likely.
He does not value 8s very much, I'm noticing. That could be his only throw, though.
Would you use an 8 before a 7? Or rather, a 7 before an 8?
If I have multiple 8s, maybe. Maybe I'll use 8 first. It's tough. It's tough.
Like, it's all in how much you value the ability, and we have seen him R&D maybe once?
He powered 4 8s last game, so clearly the answer is he doesn't.
Yeah.
The classic throwing the opponent. This is the fun throwing the opponent, because the 7 throw obviously beats both sides of that, so what if you just hit him with 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6? But then if you're so scared of that, you get thrown or you get blocked, and then he gets queens and cards. This is my favorite mix-up here. Okay.
Queen was a pretty safe reveal there, because it gets him fairly big damage.
Beats
on a
3
confirm.
as well, if he does go for the 3, 4, 5, 6 straight.
Yeah.
He does get the card draw from knowing the opponent. Does not get another knowing the opponent due to Geiger's innate preventing that. It was a really funky matchup in V1 because of that. Graven Trock, yes. Oh, and Midori.
I find it funny that the Midori main is the one who didn't realize that.
Oh, I got Jade. Oh, did he have a 4-up? Oh, it doesn't matter whether I got the queen back or not. I probably died. Oops. So, notably, Nemesis-Kanden has not been able to hit many 7s. Cap has sort of switched his range to just not get 7 thrown. (11 to 8). Well, part of that was a knowing the opponent, even on a not unsuccessful block. The time when it's not a drain is if you hit the mix-up normal off the knockdown, or if you get a successful block. And then Grave, I feel like I would J here. Okay, King also works just as well. I love J in that situation, because it also makes you a little upset for blocking. Single ace here makes a lot of sense, or 5J, or 5-6. Geiger's still with the life lead, and hand sizes are now equal. Not a significant enough life lead to really say much, though. And this... Grave has only spent a 7 throw and 2 kings. Geiger spent a flash gear, 2 time spirals, an 8, a dodge. I will say the king and the 8 and the dodge spent outweigh Grave spent material. So there are some matchups where life lead does not matter, like any matchup with Gwen, unless like she's almost dead. This is not one of them. Life lead's like super important because of the ace versus queen trade favors someone different depending on who's ahead. And also it determines how long Geiger can continue blocking to set up lethal. The wake up throws have been hitting way more than they have any right to. Or J, if he has one. Yeah, but 3 kings are gone. Like, what's the big thing that's gonna hit you now? You get hit by a J? Oh, who cares? You trade 2s, who cares? Oh no. The big boy mix-up normal. Oh no!
Ouch.
Oh no! I mean, you drew a card for blocking and you drew the card for the KTO, so having, you know, 3 aces in the top of your deck's not super crazy. Yeah, or just play queen and let this go. I think play queen and let this go is a real thing. Really? Dump a queen? Okay. Now, does he have the super sneaky second queen to go with his super sneaky T-pose? Yo, double TD. Clearly gets a dragon heart back.
Did anyone else see a grave queue there?
plus I wish that Geiger could get Graves' Queen and use it as a time stop. Unstoppable Geiger. There have been a couple times in early development when Cyclic Revolution did trigger time stop. It was quite enjoyable for the Geiger players. I feel like the Super Secret Queen is like so strong here from Nemesis-Kanden if he has it. Even the Super Secret J, which kills him, right? J, all face cards are lethal. Single ace if he has the fourth one is lethal. He's going to time figuring this out.
I say cap throws here.
Throw would make sense for me. He would just accept losing the face. Ooh, block.
Yo, now we got more damage.
Yeah, see, because I guess I'd have been wrong. Because Nemcon was taking a lot of time to decide if he was willing to play a thing that just dies, and he did.
You're at 50, so unless he has aces, you're probably not just dead. Especially if you have the Joker to prevent the normal filler if he doesn't have aces. Although his stuff is doing +2 now, so that's a real thing.
And he grabbed the J and the Q.
Looking to set up the knockdown. Or Beto to reversal.
Oh,
There's
Four aces.
Getting aces is never bad. But he is powering dodges away, so Graves' Queens are getting slightly, like, better.
Okay, let's see some math here.
Graves' Queen.
What does he discard, though? A 5 or a 6, I guess? Ace, 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 queen, J, no dodges left. No surprises. Only 3 aces does not have double Time Spiral Hurricane.
Yeah, he's not at critical mass yet.
52, actually.
If he hits with the J or if he gets the time stop throw.
If he hits with the raw J, it's 52.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That was a pretty safe Joker because he couldn't dodge. So.
You're right. And knowing what Geiger has in hand, the Joker wouldn't be useful to him anymore as a blue burst. Unless he can knock off the, well, if he knocks off
he
PD
has
and he wins
no
the game.
lethal threat, unless he drew another ace.
I'd say the likelihood of him having drawn another ace here is
pretty low. To the point of, like, statistical complete non-significance. That throw was very face-up.
The threat was mostly diffused at that point.
Right, and at that point, Nemcon could have gotten hit by the full combo, gone down to whatever, and...
I would have gone... I guess because I thought the throw was face-up, I would have gone for 6 attack as cap just to try to draw into more damage.
I'm not sure where the best of 7 blows comment really comes
He's
from.
down 3-1, would you rather be eliminated?
I mean, I've made comebacks like that before.
It could be a mental stamina problem.
Maybe.
This is a long fight. This is one of the ones I hate to see go to a best of 7, because even though I say I enjoy the fight playing it, I can understand how it's really mentally fatiguing.
It is pretty mentally exhausting, I would imagine.
This matchup is really stressful. The only Geiger matchup I think is more stressful than this is the Geiger Mirror. So many things can go so terrible for you.
You have things like BBB Gloria and...
BB Gloria is just like being a sadomasochist if you're playing the BBB end of it.
I don't really have to play long matchups as Zane, so...
Yeah, well, not all of us get this luxury now, do we?
Like, the longest matchup that I can think of playing Zane is, like, Quince, and that's only because you have to sit through him playing Solitaire.
Yeah.
I mean, or I have to sit through you playing Solitaire. One of the two things is happening.
I don't play Solitaire, I flip the table onto your lap.
7 throw catches. Turn 1 dodge. Really scouting out J. Well, turn 2 dodge. I'm sorry. Life totals are even. Resources, I think a 7 for a J is pretty even exchange, so nothing too exciting yet. But yeah, like, I play Geiger and Quince, so I'm very used to the long, sloggy matchups. I played Arg in V1. So again, very long matchups there. So, like, I think the reason I lose so much in tournaments is just my brain stops remembering how to things because I just been playing games for so long. there's the Wake Up J that I've been wanting to see from Nemesis-Kanden literally the entire set.
Hadouken.
You blocked, awesome. I'm doing 3. You're not drawing a card. You went for a thing, good. I'm either trading 8 for 8 or I'm beating it and doing 8.
So I just came to a horrible realization. Because we're on Skype, and I never ever use Skype because I hate Skype. I don't know if OBS has been picking up my commentary because I haven't been holding down my push-to-talk button in OBS the entire stream. So it's very possible that there are long lulls of silence in which nobody has heard anything because I'm talking and you guys respond to somebody who is
it's going on.
invisible.
I can hear you now in the stream. So.
Yeah, so it never was.
And keep in mind that we're 15 seconds previous, so I'm pretty sure I can hear you.
Yeah, no, but that you guys can hear me on Skype, but because I was never holding down my my push-to-talk button for OBS.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm not sure. Deluxe, have I been talking this whole time?
He says it's working fine, so... Cool. Well, the thing is, when I'm in OBS, my Skype always picks up, so... Awesome. So, going back to this, okay. Throwing some time spirals around. And...
Sonic Boom.
Okay, so the first one beats the fast 7 throw, this one being the block, and then... Again, the reason I like this matchup as Geiger is I'm very happy... Well, I think knocking him down is correct. I'm not sure going to 5 cards is correct when he has a J. But, like, I think in that situation, he was just like, I want you to play J's so I can trade with them. Because I'll get my J's back eventually and you won't. That, I'm not sure what he was trying to beat. I felt like Grave was either blocking or J'ing. I don't think the 6 attack.
Standing 6. Maybe he just wanted to eat the J to the chin just so it was gone.
Or normal draw. So it wasn't really a win combat 6, it was a cycle 6 or get J out of hand 6.
Like, there are times in Zane when I wake up with throw because I don't want to get J to knock down again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll just wake up throw knowing it's not going to win combat and just eat the J to the face.
Okay, so KTO does fire, gets McQueen. So if you're Grave, do you go for mix-up normal or do you just J? Mix-up normal if you have T-pose, which I think he's about to grab. It's slightly less hit if you get the ace. Geiger playing king if he has it also is not terrible. Wow! You called that one.
Yomi is a game about reading the mind of the opponent.
The 6 card. That 4, I think, was trying to get hand size parity, but he'll take getting the J back as well. In a 6 card hand, probably not. He either wants to get the J back so he can contest J, or he wants to force counters. I think that's the TD you let go even if you have the counter, though. So this situation, I'm pretty sure block is like extra safe, but he might play like single ace. So now, even if Geiger has a weird hand, he might kill Grave in one shot. That king trying to poke at single ace or T-posts. Yes. It's a... Yeah, because usually you're just thinking time spirals and maybe throw. You're generally not considering what if he has these other things to throw in there, or what if he starts with a normal. Sure, you can... Yep, that was a known queen as well, so... 3 doesn't
He
force
draws
the
him a
burn of a
card.
throw if it beats the block. And then if your throw is a 7, then you get to use it as combo filler. So many kings. He's trying to beat T-pose and he's catching jacks.
Then you're a flash gear.
Too low of a hand size to realistically have the card in the first place. And now I would really consider blocking his cap, but I feel like Nemesis-Kanden could easily go for wake up throw here. Or just okay.
Then
Many
you're a flash gear.
Oh dear. So that's 3 flash gears in 4 combats.
I mean, smoke him. As I always say in those scenarios, fucking smoke him if you got him.
Dying with reversals in hand is actually the worst feeling.
Yeah, that's why I cash out.
Or play Anarchy, and you're like, oh, the Anarchy will probably miss, but I'm not dying with the sucker in my hand.
Yeah, the only time that I don't, like, play my crash bombs and shit is if I get to too little life for it to matter, and then I just turn them into Anarchy.
You don't even dodge them, they just turn into the 50.
Yeah. It's like, I've got 3 kings in my hand, I'm at fucking, like, 12 life or something. Let's just get Anarchy.
You see what I'm talking about? Because Cap has established that he'll go sort of nuts, he's able to find the blocks, like, the 1 or 2 blocks he needs to refuel to reasonable hand size.
Yeah, it's a thing that I try not to let Geigers do at all. Like, once they get control of the match, I like to start throwing them. It's risky as hell, but it's the only way to prevent the checkmate scenarios.
And that drives me crazy. I'm like, I've been winning the game the entire time, you have, like, no resources and you're throwing me, and that will actually, like, really bug me.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Yomi is a game about winning combat.
It is, and if winning combat is throwing, I have no reason to be upset that you threw me in one combat. Okay, yeah, Cycloid wouldn't... Yeah, that's good. Does Grave have the Joker to prevent the hidden third ace?
He's been playing so many like options that beat True Power Storms out of fear of True Power Storms.
They've all
like
been hitting!
Yeah, and then he's not hitting True Power Storms at all.
I think he doesn't have teapots, or we would have seen it by now. Unless it's known, I haven't been paying that.
One ace is known.
Yeah, I don't think it exists then. Nemesis-Kanden plays his teapots fairly quickly.
Yeah, because you could always get him back.
He's been
Might as well
holding it.
just
He's
do it.
only been playing a diss set off mix-up normal. Like, he hasn't been trying to play it naked, he's been trying to confirm it because Geiger has so many attacks that beat it.
Yeah, see?
The
Tenacious throw.
tannest of throws.
Tenacious throw.
Well, see, he's at the magic number now.
Never heard that one
Nobody
before,
wants to
have you?
be at 45 life against Grave.
So if you have the Joker, is, like, Cycloid just the play?
Yes.
I can't think of a reason to play something else unless you really think a gold burst is happening.
Maybe this is why I lose to Geiger so much, guys, is that I really don't... I cannot get it in my head that you noobs are just so willing to just cycloid every single
Oh,
opportunity
noobs you
can.
call us. It's a 0.0
Yeah.
minimal investment thing that does 20.
Yeah.
Like, I fail to see
to
a
me,
problem here.
it's to me like aces feel like a tremendous investment when I play Midori. So I'm like, there's no way he's gonna just spend Cycloid. That's such a huge like resource.
But then you think
no.
about how many safe blocks Geiger gets. Cycloid's not really that big of a
we
Oh,
go.
no!
There we go.
That part where Cycloid,
He might
the
still have
obvious
the
He's gotta
Cycloid,
have the Joker. He's gotta have it.
he might be dead. Okay.
That was obvious. I wouldn't have blown it into that.
So now, do you play Time Spiral Hurricane, is the question.
It's certainly a lot stronger with teapots not present.
Yeah, see, there's the cap having my mindset where it's like, yeah, Cycloid's so obvious. You guys are saying it's so obvious you should play it. I'm saying it's so obvious not to, and then I'm wrong 100% of the time.
Yeah.
This is part of why I just lose to Geiger, I think.
This is what got me into playoffs, was I was playing against Vujak in the Geiger mirror. He was at 50. I was like, I'm just gonna Cycloid and pump it. I'm gonna power 6s for Cycloid and play Cycloid, and then he died.
Right.
What's the risk if I'm wrong?
There's a reason the term Riker Ball exists.
Yo!
Cycloid's still correct.
Or Time Spiral Hurricane. Either one.
Yeah.
Showing off the 4th king. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is such a long set. Like, this set is...
Cap is doing the good thing of we need to take a break for a second.
Yeah, like, this is why the term Riker Ball exists, is because Cycloid, power up for Cycloid, Cycloid, power up for Cycloid, Cycloid, Gold Burst, Cycloid is a legitimate strategy.
Yeah, and the reason why it's legitimate, too, is because Geiger turns into this character that, at any point during that entire cycle, you can play a 4, play Temporal Distortion,
And then throw.
Now your throws are lethal, too. And,
Yeah.
what character gets to boast that kind of damage off of a throw confirm while having a 0.0 ace threat as well, other than Zane?
Grave if we count the knockdown that led and you gain T-post to death.
The only other contender is Manelker if you consider his queen good enough to be sort of an ace move.
Dodge
Yeah.
into Deathstrike Dragon would be the fast thing here, I guess.
Yeah, and then you have the king plus to the king
Many,
to
many
44
damage.
King into a Barian.
Yeah, the Gorillion, right, is the term.
Yeah.
Notice how Geiger, Grave, and Zane are considered to be some of the strongest characters in the game.
Right. Because the thing with Manelker is that his stuff, I was talking to Bomber about this yesterday, but King plus normal ace has got to be the most easily assembled lethal combo in the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, say what you want about Manelker's
The
power level.
problem
if
with
you think
that,
he's
and
good
the
or
reason
not.
why Manelker has an issue in high-level plays because he's so fragile, and most people aren't going to let him build to that point.
Right. But it's you can power up for the 3 important pieces to the puzzle. Just get a king, get 2 aces. You should have aces if you're playing, like...
If you
an
don't have the
ace-oriented
normal, then
game.
what the hell was your hand?
Right, yeah. 4, 5, or 6, you can do 42, 43, 44.
And if you have the Joker, it's scary to face down the king, because then he could just banish your Joker, and now his Deathstrike Dragon's super scary.
Yeah.
Finds a turn 1 block against a king. So Nemcan has been playing a very anti-throw or J range on turn 1 now.
And turn 2.
I think Cap has only played J on 1 of the turn 1s this entire set.
And it worked on that turn.
He might just not have it, or he's trying to hold them onto them for Cycloid food. But, like, okay, no, there's a J. I'm a fan of the, if I have J's as Geiger, I think, are they going to try to be at turn 1? If no, play J. Or if they play the thing, that would be it on turn 1 or turn 2, play J. It works, too, because they're like, oh, he blocked, he must be in a blocking mood, I'll try to throw him to stop him from getting another giant growth. Took 15! Oops! These Okizeme flash gears are actually the best thing ever.
They're working.
These are like the Vujak Kings right here. So, Wake Up King is just the, I'm going to stop your wake up button. Unless that button is queen. These, wait a second. Let me look at this discard. 7, Jack, King, Ace, Ace, all in the first 12 cards.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, man.
This hand endorsed by Mad King Geiger. Mad draws.
Hashtag nice draws.
Oh dear. Oh my. And he's finding the blocks. I like the range shift of draw and play good cards from the Cap. I would highly recommend it to other aspiring Geiger players. Now you're just saying, I have the aces already, so I'll just play them. Eats the second queen on the chin, but doesn't care because he's at 70 and Grave's at 50. And he has a hand size advantage. This is not the situation Grave wants to be in. To put it as lightly as I possibly can. More flash gears. Geiger LaBeouf. it! Don't let your kings be dreams. I would mix up normal as Geiger here. I don't even care what Grave can do to stop me at this point unless he has somehow assembled a 2 power storms while getting rushed down. In which case he earned it. And then his hand will suck and I'll just keep playing cards. 2, however, would have, which is probably the normal I would have gone for, and he had 2s! Okay, he could spend 1 2 and then still get a Cycloid, though. He had 4 2s in hand. Oh dear. Are we seeing a 4 come out? 40? I mean, to what? Stop Queen from trading with it if he has one? I'd probably just throw here as Geiger. Yeah. Pretty obvious, but yet good throw. Let that go. I don't even care. I'm not giving him cards. Throw 6J or throw King puts... Well, throw 6J puts you in I'm dead Cycloid range. Or I'm dead to Time Spiral Hurricane check throw King. Cycloid TSH is the real mix-up, right? Both sides do at least 20 right now. Cycloid does 30 at least. If he has the 4th ace, it does 40. Yeah, I like it. Because Ace is so good, just play Gold Burst, and then Cap, recognizing that Gold Burst is, like, extra good if Grave has it, finds the block. So now, Grave has 7 cards, probably 2 aces, or 1 if he has any. Geiger has at least 3 aces, and Grave's at 32. This is not your happy time. No 4s yet. I think a 4 would be great because that puts extra pressure on Grave even if it gets countered. Probably, honestly. Or, the thing is, if he lands 2 Power Storms, Geiger is still at 25, and then MCon's hand sucks. And you don't want to have a bad hand against 3 Ace Geiger. In all likelihood, 4 Ace Geiger. So, dodge. I think the dodge there is also just a sort of a concession to, oh wait, Time Spiral Hurricane exists. And we've seen Cap go for it. It hasn't hit that often, but he has gone for TSH. Trading Queen is miserable for Grave here. I really want to see Cap, I would guess, doesn't have a 4. I would not be scared of losing 4s here. Dodge is what I don't like that. I would have just played it. Okay, what happens if he counters? He has 5 face cards in the discard, first of all, of his 12. If he counters it, then he doesn't have face cards, and his hand size is really low. Only does have 3 aces, has double joker though. No dodges left.
Why hasn't he turned those 9s into the 4th ace?
That would leave him with 1 throw in hand.
Yeah, but I
I'd also leave him only with 2 blocks, and like if his 5 gets thrown, then he has no odd block.
But he's got a joker in his hand. Like
he has 2 jokers. I'm just saying, in terms of hand management, I don't hate the fact that he hasn't powered the 9s. I feel like I would actually maybe take the risk and 7 throw here instead of mash Cycloid. But I would have died. You see, the reason why we play Cycloid all the time is when we decide not to, that happens. And now we turn the 9s into 2 aces in hand with Grave at 12. No ace threat. This is... I mean, you don't have enough power-ups to keep doing that. I don't hate it, although I would have played TSH instead of J if I'm going to go for that. Now you just mono ace. Just pick a side of it. Graves on 5 cards. If one of them's a dodge, great.
And you have 2 jokers.
He has no T-pose. What are you even jokering?
For more cards to turn into Cycloid.
Sure. That's about it. I will be honest, throw is so little my range now. You would have won combat both the last 2 turns had you thrown with 7. Yep, I would have played TSH, both sides beat the 2 attack there.
Either way, the set is now tied.
That was a really dominating Game 6 from the Cap. He drew a lot of good cards early, but then he found the right times to block even when he had good options. So he was down 3-1. He's thinking. Oh no, I'd change my opinion anyway. I was given a chance at life. Turn 1 Queen from Grave.
I like best of 7 because it lets me get that hard download going.
Ooh, Geiger Bunker hits the 7th throw.
Geiger Bunker?
That Queen is a pile bunker. Let's be real. He gets...
But 7 attack, though.
Queen is a gets you 5, 6, 7. 7 attack doesn't do that. The only thing it beats is like mix-up normals that aren't 2. Gets a KTO from blocking the king. I think Cap is going a little too nuts. His first 3 turns were 7 throw, queen, king. Ooh, I like that queen a lot. I like that queen a lot. If he tries to block out the 5, knowing the opponent 5, then he would get thrown, right? But if you queen to beat that, then you also beat the throw. Only thing it doesn't beat is the faster attack to try to undercut. He's running into a lot of things, though. Life totals, 8 life isn't a life lead in this matchup, and hands are still pretty even. A life lead in this matchup, I think 20 would be the number, right? The closer you get to Cycloid trades becoming really relevant, the tighter the life lead number becomes. I think the safe number is 20 in this matchup. If Graves up by 20 and trades Cycloid with Queen, he's still up by 10. Oh yeah, absolutely. Once the health goes below 45, it's a bit less notable. So the 10s are a power-up. I'd imagine, or he would have blocked with a 10 again this turn. Do we have the secret T-post here? Nope, okay. Yeah, only and flash gear, I guess, but I guess you could have kept blocking. Yeah, which is weird, because that's like one of the better, well, besides Jay, would probably be my favorite anti-cross-up option in this game, but 2 attacks a close second. Is this the first R&D he's gone for? So his next 3 draws are stacked. Grave, I think now you could say kind of has a life lead. 15 is about the point where I'd say maybe 15 or 20 is a reasonable life lead for Grave here. Yeah, because also if he has another 8 and he gets a successful block, he draws 2 of them from that in his turn draw. He knows what the 3rd one is and could potentially R&D again. And see mostly new cards if he doesn't like the 3rd one down. I mean, he could be trying to beat any face card with that dodge in all likelihood. Taking 3 there from Jay is pretty bad, in all honesty. Yeah, well, taking 3 and not drawing, because you go down to 18 life down, which is pretty bad. Okay.
Brock, can you hear me now?
Oh, the wake-up throws have been super real. Oh no. So his temporal D falls off.
So Fra Rolo, has it sounded like Mad King's been talking to himself for the past 5 minutes? Let me know if you can.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
And if so, then Deluxe has lied to us.
Or maybe he can only just hear you then. I don't know. We'll find out when this gets uploaded, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, Safe J, life tolls are pretty evenish. Hydro says he could hear you.
Oh yeah, he can hear me right now, but...
The trick is if we could hear you
here's
before.
What's gonna happen. I'm gonna talk for a second, and once I say, like, stop, I'm gonna pull my hand off of my push talk button, and then I'm gonna say some stuff. And if you can hear what I say after the word stop, then let me know. So, testing in 3, 2, 1, stop.
Oh, and that got stopped. Oh no. And at least one of the aces was known. Is that the first cycloid he's blocked, actually? He's been hit by so many cycloids. So this is a bad situation. You're only down by 3, but a KTO when Geiger's at 6 cards is pretty awkward. And this is also where the True Power of Storms comes in as part of the mix-up, because to just beat the throw. Oh, this is bad. Abysmal. Paradoxical cannot, and Sestover says it cannot. Uppercut. So it seems like Nemcan is pretty heavily in control. Has aces, gigantic hand size advantage. Geiger just burned a 4, a cycloid, a joker. It's not looking good. I think Cap needs to string together some very good combats very quickly. 7 throw.
Perhaps it would include blocking.
So now throw ace is lethal.
I'm just gonna hold my button down. This should guarantee that everything's fine.
Okay.
Damn you, Skype, for
being evil.
messing with my tendencies and making me be mute the entire stream. So
Razak, we're blaming you.
I mean, all Leontes had to do was not set a push-to-talk button for Skype. Or for OBS, rather.
For OBS, yeah, but, you know, I just do that. Here
And
we
there's
go.
the gold burst.
Alright, we got a
Okay.
game now.
So this is where life tolls might not matter if he has another 4, and if Nemcan can't counter.
Looking at discard for Nemcan.
He would get a J back.
There's no 10s in discard for Nemcan. He's got it. and so few face cards. Despite like he's been doing really good work with what he's had.
Yeah, this is life lead can change very fast if Cap has 4 aces. He would go down very low on cards, but Grave would be in lethal from Flash Gear. He has no jokers though, so all of his attacks are risky.
Especially against known Grave big hand, yeah. No way.
So this is like possibly the combat. Either this or the next two are the big combats.
And then of course you would still say, yeah, Cycloid's still good.
Gets the throw. Good start. Cycloid's less good when you have no jokers. I'll put it like that. Cycloid's still great, but if you have no jokers, and especially if Geiger doesn't have TD up, like what are his throws doing? Right?
Stuff, I guess.
Getting jokered, like that's a problem.
He's just trying to get any damage he can in at all. And if he can get him below 40, then that's the big deal.
Yep, 41's even a big deal with 4 aces. Because 4 aces Flash Gear kills, 4 aces of blocked Flash Gear kills. But I can't imagine Nemesis-Kanden blocking too much for the rest of the game if he can dodge. Or uppercut.
Right, he doesn't have he has plenty of dodges left.
He has plenty of queens left, we've only seen 1. Yep, there's the second one. Queen is just so good from Nemesis-Kanden.
With the life lead, definitely. You can afford to trade those.
Yeah, because if he trades, Geiger's at 5. Nemesis-Kanden's at 21. Cycloid still doesn't kill him.
Yeah, that was a big opportunity for Geiger to build, though.
Mm-hmm. So,
block again, though. Oh no.
Is that death? I think
he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
2 power storms? Does he? No!
Doesn't have it.
Doesn't have true power of storms.
21 cards left in deck, no aces in discard. Either he's playing with his food or he doesn't have it. And he hasn't had the resources. I would not be playing my food if I'm Nemesis-Kanden. I wouldn't be that crazy. It's a best of 7 tournament set. Loser goes home. This is important. Like he hasn't had the tools to assemble true power storms. Like just with the plays that he's made, I figured if he's not powering up for aces, then he already has them. This is crazy.
What is going on? Queen is so safe from Nemesis-Kanden, I would almost certainly just play it here, right? But then makes
throw, right?
Or throw is good. And then Cycloid trade kills. Oh wow!
Jay does none of those good things.
It puts Geiger to 5. That puts him into. Well, throw is already lethal because he didn't have a joker.
Yeah.
So. What the hell is going on?
This is the final minutes of a set that's gone on for an hour and 15 minutes. You know, it's this is the kind of thing that happens. Like I don't see what Jay was gonna accomplish there.
Lose to Cycloid?
Lose to Cycloid.
Instead of win the game of trade with Cycloid? Does he not have a queen in hand? I wouldn't be saying a valuation trap there. I'd be trying to kill him. This is crazy.
So when does Cap push the button? That's what I'm waiting for. Oh no.
Oh wow. A double pump Cycloid here kills.
Nemesis-Kanden had 2 J's. Those should have been an ace.
Hang on.
This is the 4th ace.
This has to be the 4th ace. And does he have a 4 in hand?
Oh, it wasn't. These guys had way less material than we thought they did.
Do we see a 4 come out? No 4.
He's countering it anyway. If he has a 4, he's countering it.
Sure, you let him. I don't care.
Yeah. Let him burn his last kings or whatever he's got to do.
TSH or Cycloid, and you just accept that you lose to Queen, or how much block do you put in your range now? In respect for Queen.
Are you dodging into quad Cycloid? I don't know. It's anybody's guess here. Time's running out.
What's the play? Blocks True Spark, goes to 2.
That's
any
so
block
scary.
kills. Any block kills, because Nemesis-Kanden's either playing Queen or Ace if he's playing attacks.
But he hasn't played the Queen. And the Queen was...
good?
so good.
Oh my god. If Nemesis-Kanden drops this, does he just have a heart attack?
Nemesis-Kanden probably has a Joker, that's why he's not fearing Cycloid
There's
Evolution.
the uppercut and it gets dodged! Knockdown or Cycloid, what do you do here?
You not? Oh no! Don't.
Is he gonna do
Bro.
it? Is he gonna do it? Has the Joker...
With 17 cards left in deck, and the fact that he's playing a lot of options that just die to Cycloid, i.e. J, right?
Okay, let's see. If he doesn't have dodges, this is a checkmate. No dodges,
GG.
single ace wins the game.
Yeah, he's got to be able to power up for that. Oh no, it's Martial Master.
Nemesis-Kanden has to recognize the checkmate here. There's no way he doesn't. Even J checkmates him. Yep. Oh, wow. So much good play from the Cap. Blows his damage threat into a Joker and loses.
I'm just amazed that once I see an opponent have 2 Jokers in discard as Grave, I'm getting teapots. I'm assembling that immediately. That's never... Like, I'm throwing away everything I got.
Alternatively, you're throwing single ace at them forever. Or Queen. Or J. Which he threw J's. He just didn't have queens? I can't imagine he had queens.
Yep.
Cap found some very, very risky good blocks, though. That Game 7, even though Grave ended at 31, could easily have gone the other way, is what's completely scary.
Yeah. And I'm so surprised that he didn't have the True Power Storms on that dodge. That's crazy. And he didn't even like single ace to bring him to 3. Like he wanted the knockdown and then started chipping him down. Like what would you have done there? Like you have Geiger sitting at 15 health. You dodge his what did he have dodging? He dodged the king.
King. So everyone knows my Manelker endgame, right?
KD him? Like he obviously Nemesis-Kanden chose to KD, and then it took him several scary turns of trying to whittle Geiger down. Ended up killing him with chip damage, right? It was literally Jack, Ace.
Mm-hmm. So, again, I think Raziek knows the patented Mad King endgame with characters like Grave or Manelker.
How about for you with Manelker, Black Cube?
The Grave endgame for me is single ace or queen until I run out of them, and then get more single aces. The Geiger endgame is to collect double ace and play it. Because in endgame situations, those attacks are so good. They run out of dodges eventually. You don't run out of those. And if you're ahead enough, you can block, take some damage, get more of them.
Well, apologies to everyone who did not get to hear my voice the entire time. Where, yes, I was not. Essentially, my mic was muted.
Nemesis-Kanden confirming he had no queens for that entire sequence.
Right. And auto Q was so scary that Cap wasn't willing to play aces. Like he's, man. Just the
but the
fact
thing is, those turns that he didn't have the material to find another ace could be the other reason. He just got the second ace after the block that took him to 2.
Right.
So there's a good chance that if he played ace, even if it hit, he just didn't have the material to stop Grave from rushing him down.
Indeed. I just thought that the Grave play when, Grave dodges the king, he knocks him down, plays Jack, is such a, I have a Joker, so Cycloid me, I don't care. So when he finally, what, my Steam's bugging out?
Oh no, it just quit.
Game just closed, yeah. So when he dodged when Cap dodged the attack and went into the quad aces, I was like, no, bro, that's. I mean, this, like I said, it's a really long set. I've gotten situations where I've just seen the light and been like, it's almost over. All I have to do is just lay this final Dragon Buster and this is over, and then it just gets face-up Jokered because it was the absolute worst time to do that. It's just fatigue becomes an issue, and I think it might have been...
Yeah, that was a long set.
I really enjoyed it. I think that was a treat of a set to watch.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very high concept Yomi fight though. So
remind me, Raz, who Nemesis-Kanden is playing in the next round?
Wampa! Wampa de Grey, more specifically.
Okay.
Geiger de Grey.
So I guess this would be the time to say that tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight, 9 a.m. Kangaroo Australia time, myself, Leontes, and Bomber678 will be casting a preview cast of the International Yomi League playoffs.
Yes. And in that, we're going to be talking about the division leaders, players who won each respective division and got themselves a bye in the playoffs. Hopefully we'll be able to take a look at the bracket. I know CKR is going to be posting that on Sunday, but if we can get an advanced preview of that bracket, we're going to take a look at the matchups that we're going to be seeing in round 1 and giving some insight on character data, taking a look at Mystic Juicer's awesome historical matchup chart and seeing if we can find some data points on that particular matchup for both players. See if they've ever played each other in the past. Just kind of go all Sports Center on this one. So look forward to that. That should be tomorrow. I think, what did he say? 4 p.m. BDT, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I have no idea what that is in UTC or GMT. Sorry, Animus. But that's that. And also, while Razik's here, maybe we should talk about our match.
Sure. Monday or Tuesday is probably best.
I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm flexible with that. I don't know.
Like, I get home from work around 5:30 Eastern, so I can do basically any time after that.
Okay, let's shoot for Tuesday. Let's just make it Tuesday.
Sounds good.
All right, so Tuesday at 4 p.m. PDT, 7 p.m. EDT. You'll see myself versus Razik, who's here. So Leontes versus Razik for the 5th time, I think. In a best of 7 to
5th time? Set. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
You guys play like all the time in these big events, I swear.
Yep.
Well, Tapando is guaranteed because of the nature of the format, right? It's round robin. I will be playing in Tillerman tomorrow, and because he's not using Eastern Daylight, I want to say at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight.
Yeah, I will. I don't know if I'm going to make that. If I happen to be there for it, for any part of it, I will stream it on Sterling Games Twitch channel.
Excellent.
But I'm gonna race home and see if it's still going on or see what I can catch. I do know that Bomber said he's going to check it out, regardless. But I want to watch that match. I'm interested in that. I want to see what happens in that one.
Oh my god. So one thing I will touch on for, I guess, a little preview of the playoff preview is, so we have 2 people from the Heart of Darkness division in this call. And yes. I think both of us can attest to the fact that division was probably the bloodiest in IYL.
I don't think so.
It was up there. So,
I think DTV or Flagstone were both more terrifying, honestly.
You gotta look at the divisions and see who didn't make playoffs to figure out just how crazy that stuff was. Because I don't know,
Riker
DTV was
didn't
pretty
make
bad.
Playoffs.
Right, Riker didn't make playoffs. I took 2nd. Fra Rolo took 1st in DTV. Fra's play was tremendous in the entire league.
East was like relatively boring because all of the top 3s wound up in playoffs.
East Realm, yeah. Just expected things happened. But we had some drama go on in the west side with I think Jushichi and Mad King were both 5th seeds who ended up getting through the play-in matches and progressing to playoffs. So it's going to be pretty hype.
Heart of Darkness ended up being closer than I thought it would because we had some really good lesser-known players come up, like Staryu and Sim.
And kind of Nation for people who hadn't been paying attention to him wrecking people in quick match.
Yeah. He was not a known tournament threat at that point.
I mean, he's that guy at the arcade who does good but doesn't he doesn't play competitively. Well, is he good? We'll find out. The dude came out on a tear. He was just destroying everybody.
Yeah.
So I think that does wrap up our cast of this particular match.
Indeed. Yeah, that was a good set. Sorry to to anybody who did not get to hear all the horrible comments I made about what I thought Geiger should do and being wrong. 90% of the time.
Things that it did not involve playing Cycloid.
Yeah, pretty much any time I was like, yeah, Cycloid's pretty obvious, you shouldn't do it. And then these guys are saying, oh yeah, Cycloid's pretty much the thing I do 100% of the time. Cycloid happens, Cycloid works. This is,
Cycloid is a good move.
Check the matchup chart to notice that I've lost to, in recorded matches, my matchup rate, Midori versus Geiger, is now 6 and 16. So ignore my advice completely. Maybe this was good for me. Maybe I need to just think against Geiger players. You know what? They are just gonna play Cycloid. They're just gonna.
You probably just need to spend a little bit of time playing Geiger.
Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, you have to think again. What is the risk of me playing Cycloid if it doesn't work against your character?
Yeah, true. And it's pay dirt if it does. Stuff's a DQ. You know, just so many good things.
Stuff's an FTB.
Yeah, raw FTB. Alright, so yeah, we're going to conclude this cast now. That was a solo showdown match between the Cap and Nemesis-Kanden. Nemcon takes it 4-3 in a nail-biter finish. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to check us out on the new YouTube channel, Serlin Games. I'm not sure if it's going to show up if you just type it into YouTube yet, because it's so small and brand new that I couldn't even find it on my own. I had to log in and go to a channel, and then I could find the link for it. So I'm going to post this video. Maybe I should post the OBS recording. Maybe it'll actually have my voice on it. I don't know. We'll see. But we should be getting that uploaded pretty soon. As always, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Serlin Games, Twitch channel. And thanks for having Mad King and Razik on to actually carry the conversation so that this wouldn't have been a completely silent cast.
Completely a pleasure.
Yes, thank you for having us.
All right, have a good day, guys.